You may have heard that you can enjoy the golf cart lifestyle in Peachtree City, Georgia, but did you know that you can enjoy the aviation lifestyle too? This is David Namey Vendor with the Vendor Group, serving all your real estate needs in South Metro Atlanta. If you enjoy videos like this, please like and subscribe.
So we've had several clients that want to buy into a flying community, but they're usually a little bit further out. They can cost a bit more, and very often they're not in the school district that our clients want to be in, but right here in the center of Peachtree City. Just a quick golf cart or bicycle ride away, you can be at your hangar.
Among the flying community, Falcon Field is known for a few things. The pilots love it for the community and camaraderie they can share. It's a great facility with a lot of activities, and you have the convenience.
So instead of hearing us talk about the airport, we thought you'd enjoy hearing it from some guys that use it on a regular basis.
So Eric, you've been in aviation pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, my whole life.
Your dad, general aviation, you were in planes as a little kid, and then you were a warthog driver in the Air Force, and now you work for a major airline. But let's talk about this little airport here in Peachtree City. So if you're going to tell people just one thing that makes this airport special, what would you tell them?
Oh, it's all the friendly folks.
The friendliness?
A lot of the hangars, guys will have a sitting area with refrigerators and a little kitchenette or something, or I mean, we can walk around after we get done flying. We'll go sit over there and I'll sit out for a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's a real community.
The community
of fellow flyers and people that like general aviation flying.
So if you want community, you want friendliness, you want convenience where it's right here in town, you have to drive 15, 20 minutes outside of town to get to the airport. You can ride your bike, you can ride your golf cart. This is a great place to be involved in aviation. So Craig, you have a pretty extensive aviation background, commercial, corporate, general aviation. So I really want to talk to you to get your perspective on why is Peachtree City such a desired aviation town?
Some of them are neat places. They're all great communities, but you kind of have the same thing here. We're sitting in our hangar that's a rented hangar. There's owned hangars, the guy across the street, the guys next to us. They all have home-built aircraft. Any given day, it's a little rainy right now, but any given day, the hangar doors are up. People are doing stuff with their airplanes. They're going out, they're flying, they're talking. They're just sitting in their hangar, hanging out. You know, it's a great community.
It is its own community here.
Absolutely.
So, I'm not here a lot. I've been here a decent amount, and you'll see people grilling out and just really enjoying life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a certain thing to aviation that's kind of a bug that bites you. Some people call it an infection or an affliction, but you know, those of us that have it just really enjoy the culture and be a part of it.
It's not that little, but it is has a small town feel of an airport. For example, we're going to go out with 7 other airplanes and do a little formation flyby for the girls' opening of their softball league here today. They're doing national
anthem. And that's right here in Peachtree City.
Yeah, it's just a couple miles off the end of the runway. So we're going to try to time it for their national anthem, and we'll be smoking as we go over the top of them.
Now you've done the Auburn football game.
Yeah.
What else have you done?
NASCAR races, we've done car shows, we did a wine opening, and we do air shows. We have an air show routine with 12 airplanes we do also.
And you do the Atlanta Air Show?
Yeah, here in Peachtree City. Yeah,
it's right here.
Our hometown airport. Yeah, it is a bigger airport too. It's got over 5,000 feet of runway with instrument approaches and lighting. Nice FBO facility, and it does get some jet traffic in also. It's got a couple nice flight schools that keep it very busy also. But then like these van RVs, we've got over 55 vans, RVs here on the field. In addition to a number of home builds, a number of antique and classic airplanes, and then regular airplanes too. So, and everybody's friendly. It's just a good mix of folks all the way around, folks and airplanes. Dixie Wing of the Commander Air Force has a large hangar here with P-51, Corsair, SBD, a couple of T6s, one of them made up to look like a Japanese valve, and they have a whole workshop. They do wedding receptions there.
And every once in a while they'll do a hangar party there and do hangar dances.
And it's a wedding reception. Oh, they have twice a year a big hangar dance, yeah. Party with reenactors, World War II reenactors. They have a World War II days. just a lot going on and things like that.
Now, if you don't mind spending the money, you can actually get a ride in a Mustang or the Dauntless, or there's a few airplanes you can get a ride in.
Yeah, if you don't mind spending the money. Yeah.
But I think the Mustang's around $2,000 for 45 minutes.
I never priced it yet.
But it's a once in a lifetime experience. I mean, how many times can you say you've been in a Mustang?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Down here, Falcon Field, our local airport, is extremely active. There's experimental people here, there's corporate people here, there's people like myself with private aircraft, and great schools in the area. So all of those things together make it an ideal community to be in.
Also here, this is a little different than your average small town airport. There's a lot going on here at this airport.
There is. We've got some heavy maintenance shops here that do, you know, anything you need for small aircraft up through corporate jets. I actually saw an old 737 sitting on the other side of the field the other day getting some work done.
Yeah, I thought it had the old long engines, the low bypass.
Yeah, those old straight jets that make a lot of noise. But the nice thing is the airport itself is pretty much surrounded by our industrial district of town. So noise really isn't an issue for the residents here. There's also a lake just off the north end of the runway. So again, that moves the sound footprint away from people in their houses. There's some golf courses out and around too, and we don't seem to disturb the golfers. The FBO here, the fixed base operator, is very strong. Fuel supplies, transient hangar space. We don't have a lot of corporate jets based here. But we
you
have
see them
some
coming in and out a lot.
They're coming in and out. We have Trillis Studios here in the county, and so you'll have the talent coming in on the jets and stuff, and then going back to wherever they live in the world. We also have a big shop that does a lot of avionics. In fact, our airplane's going in for a whole new panel next month.
So you can make it all modern on the inside.
Oh yeah, it'll be all glass. Commemorative Air Wing is here, which is an upgrade from usually the commemorative groups because they're bigger. They've got quite a few airplanes. And in addition to that, we have the Great Georgia Air Show is here every year. Last year, the Blue Angels were here. It's a huge show.
Yeah, and that's the big air show for all of Atlanta, and we have it right here in our little town.
Yep, absolutely.
This airport is kind of different than a lot of other airports, community, local airports. What makes this one different?
Well, I mean, it's right here in town. I ride my bicycle here. I drive my golf cart here. Most people live here in Peachtree City. And right near here are some grass strips, one of which is Alexander Field with the Barnstormers Restaurant. There are other big airports around. There are other grass strips all around you can go to. So everything is available right here near.
And depending on the speed of your airplane, you can be at the beach or in the mountains in what, an hour?
Yeah, more like
2 hours?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
You know what I mean? To get there solidly, yeah. Depending on your airplane, yeah.
I really want to talk to you to get your perspective on why is Peachtree City such a desired aviation town?
Well, it's got great access to Hartsfield if you're working up there. 30 minutes, no traffic.
So there are a lot of other options around here, though. There are several flying communities right around here.
Oh, there's half a dozen I can think of. And we looked at them. We had kids, our oldest was starting kindergarten when we moved here, and had we moved to one of those other areas, we would have had to factor in the price of private school.
Okay.
On top of buying a house and mortgage and
it just adds up and adds up and adds up.
It does. You know, some of them are neat places. They're all great communities.
So just to kind of round it up, if somebody was thinking about moving to the Atlanta area, what would you tell them? And they're into aviation and they have the infection. What one thing would you tell them about why they should be here?
What you can get here is hard to find in a lot of other areas. In this airplane, I'm an hour from fly-in restaurants. I'm an hour from the beaches of the Gulf Shore. I'm less than an hour from Charleston. I'm roughly an hour to Hilton Head and the Barrier Islands of Florida. Even up into Ocracoke Island and some of the stuff in North Carolina is a very short flight. And you really can't get that anywhere. I was in the Midwest for a long time, and the variety of things you can go do and see. I mean, you can be in the Appalachian Mountains in 45 minutes from here. There's a little grass strip 10 minutes from here with a great restaurant on it. So the stuff you can do with aviation, it's hard to find that as concentrated as it is here anywhere else.
Excellent.
If you think you'd like to live in an aviation community like Peachtree City, or you want a little more information about the area, please reach out.
All our information is in the description below. You can email, call, or text, and we'll get right back to you.
We'd love to hear from you.